Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. So we are discussing auditing subject. So this subject is very easy. If you focus on my talk, easily you can write it in exam after this lecture. Need not to refer the textbook also if you are able to understand. By the way, let me know how you are following my talks. Are you getting each and every lecture properly? When you understand any lecture, please give a thumbs up. That shows that you are understanding. If suppose one lecture viewership is 10,000, 10,000 likes I want to find. Otherwise, I feel something is missing from my side. I may not be teaching well. So I get a doubt on myself. Please, I need your feedback because directly I am not seeing you. I am teaching you through YouTube. How can I get the feedback? So please give a simple like, and also don't forget and don't hesitate to forward these videos with your friends, seniors or juniors. It's my request to all of you. Now let me enter into today's topic, auditing subject. Very important thing is that qualities of an auditor. We are discussing auditing should be done like this, auditing objects are like this, types of audits are like this. We are discussing a lot. But what are the qualities of an auditor? The auditor must have some qualities which are mandatory, which are required for every auditor. Then only he will be able to perform his duty without any difficulty, without any hesitation, without any doubt. He can discharge his duties. So what kind of qualities are required for an auditor? Few things, remember, side headings, points, just gun points, you can write it easily in the exam. The first thing is that thorough knowledge in accountancy, accounting basic principles, accounting preparation, accounting methodology, which methodology is using by the company and accountants, all these things he should have a thorough knowledge. Then only it is possible for him to go for auditing. Because basic principles, if he is not having knowledge, or his assistants who is not having knowledge, then there itself only they are going to make mistakes. That is why a thorough knowledge in accountancy, accounting principles, basics of accounting, which is required for every auditor. And in the same way, tactful to acquire the information. Whenever auditing is going on in any company, throughout the year generally it won't, very rarely a particular period will be there, 1 week, 10 days, 1 month maximum. So during that period, auditor will be in the same premises along with his staff, audit staff. Then he need to get the information from all the accountants, all the accounts department, from the department he has to get the information. So sometimes people won't give the proper information, half of information, want to hide something, want to escape from anything. So in such cases, he must be tactful, careful in handling, and tactfully he has to get the information, acquire the information, whatever information is required, smartly, safely, tactfully has to get the information. This is very much important quality of every auditor. In the same way, knowledge in audit case laws. Previous audit case are there, na? So those cases he must have knowledge, because presently whatever he is handling, so that could be related to the previous case. If previous case knowledge is there, that he can correlate with this case, and according to that he can take the decisions, he can confirm, he can work smartly, isn't it? That is why knowledge, KNO means knowledge, knowledge in audit case laws. In the same way, knowledge in financial management. Finance is the main important aspect, na? So how the finance is managed, what are the sources, how he spent that finance. So related to that, knowledge in, depth knowledge in financial management and industrial administration, how is the administration of that organization, and business organization. So related to that, he need to have a good understanding, then only it is possible for him to go for auditing without any doubts. In the same way, must be honest, he must be always honest. One of the good quality of every auditor, he should not be influenced by anyone. He has to work his duty properly, discharge his duties. What is his duty? Simply finding out the errors, mistakes, and also preventing the errors, preventing the mistakes, and what is happening in every department, like he has to get the information, and he has to verify the things. So discharging his duties, he must be always honest and sincere. And another thing is that discharge duties without any influence. Sometimes some people will be influencing, either higher authority or middle authority influencing, maybe directly or indirectly. Sometimes he may find even the threats also, but anyway he must be very careful. He should not be involved in any kind of influences. Unbiased he must be, no influences. Judgment should be always in a balanced way he has to, and he should not express his feelings like emotions like angry and irritating. All these feelings also he has to always control, and he must not be influenced by any one of the people. Okay, so that's about discharging duties without any influence. And update knowledge of Companies Act. Companies Act will be always changing. Earlier you remembered, I think 1956 was the Companies Act, and later it got updated 2013. Like after updating, what are the changes occurred and how it is affecting the organization, that updation which is required to the auditor, upgrading his knowledge in specially Companies Act. And in the same way, knowledge in principles of economics and economic legislations. Principles of economics also, sometimes it is related with the organization. So related to this principles of economics, basic economics, and also economic legislations. So this also he need to have knowledge. In the same way, knowledge in cost accounting. Whenever he wanted to go for auditing of cost accounting subject, cost accounts. So in such cases he need to have knowledge of cost accounting. Cost audit he has to do. How he will do cost audit unless he has knowledge, depth knowledge in that cost accounting? That is why he need to have knowledge in the cost accounting also, so that cost accountant cannot manipulate him, cannot misguide him, because he is having depth knowledge in cost accounting. That's why we say that knowledge in the cost accounting, principles of cost accounting, which is mandatory and required quality of every auditor. In the same way, bold enough to discharge his duties. Sometimes if the auditor is covered, unable to face the situation, then he cannot discharge his duties. That is why we are saying that he must be bold enough. Bold means, it does not mean that he has to fight with everyone, not required. Looking calm, but whatever action he wanted to take, he'll take it. He has to take. Talking to the management, informing the management related to the frauds and errors, and writing everything in the report. So all these things, activities, he need to have a bold and guts to face the situation, to express the things what is happening in the organization. So that's we say it as bold enough to discharge his duties. In the same way, seek clarification from time to time. So whenever the things are going on, auditing is going on, whenever he gets doubts in particular department, he has to get the information, adequate information time to time. Should not ignore it, or he should not delay it. Tomorrow I'll see, day after tomorrow I'll see, and tomorrow, day after tomorrow, they forget everything. So that is why time to time, without any delay, he has to get the information. In the same way, he must be, an auditor must be hardworking. Hardworking means because during this auditing period, he has to be very much alert, and he should not ignore any kind of doubts, any kind of information. That is why he must be always hardworking and systematic. Okay, and in the same methodical. So these qualities which are required to every auditor. In the same way, adequate common sense. Sometimes having knowledge in principles of accounting, principles of cost accounting and administration, business organization, cost accounting, principles of cost accounting, law, company law, all these things are, that's fine, okay. But when the things are happening, whenever any incident is taking, that he must have one more important quality, is that common sense, adequate common sense, using his common sense. That's very much required. Means altogether we can say that he must be an intelligent, he has to act according to the situation by using his common sense also. And in the same way, capacity to hear arguments of others, very important. Sometimes others are arguing and they are saying this and that without getting angry and without getting irritation, without losing his patience. He has to hear all the arguments coolly, calmly, speak less, hear more, but take your decision as per the requirement, as per the situation you take the decision. But you must have a knowledge, you must have a quality of hearing the arguments of others, right? So this is one of the important quality. In the same way, maintain the secrets of the clients. Whenever he is going for auditing related to that particular department, he will be knowing all the loopholes, all the merits, demerits, drawbacks, loopholes, everything he will be knowing. But he should not disclose the secrets of the clients to the others. He should not reveal it. He should not disclose, because client has appointed this auditor with lot of confidence, isn't it? The relation should be very much confidential and also strong, and he has to convey, auditor has to convey everything to the client, not to anyone, not to some other third party. That is why always he has to maintain the secret of his client, right? And lastly, very important quality is that adequate skill and courage. Adequate skill and courage, bold enough to write the audit report. End of the auditing, he has to write the report. We know that. That report also, how to write the report. Something is happening. There are some frauds, there are some mistakes. Write it boldly. But you need to have a skill to write the report. How to write the report? Related to the report, he need to maintain writing the report correctly and clearly and concisely. Correctly, clearly, concisely, he has to write the report. That skill, that boldness, that courage which is expected from every auditor. Are you getting it? If you remember these simple points, you can imagine and you can write that what are the duties of the auditor, what are the qualities of the auditor. So these are the simple general points only. Only the thing is you have to remember what I said. Take a screenshot and note down. Important and interesting topic, na? So maybe tomorrow you will become an auditor. So if you become an auditor, please remember me and remember these points. You must be a good auditor. In the coming classes, we'll see more classes. Stay connected and also study throughout the academic year and revise before exams. Follow these principles and have a bright and wonderful career. Good luck.